Celeste, call the roll.
Evans,
Here.
Mead,
Here.
Rittenhouse,
Here.
Slivka,
Here.
Stocking,
Here.
Quorum.
Thank you. Next item is the approval of the agenda for this evening.
Move to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, approval of the minutes of August 27th, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those are kind of Brad's jobs.
Opposed? None? And now that you mentioned Brad, I want to say a little bit before we go into our public hearing. So for those, I think everybody knows, Celeste didn't know this evening, but Brad is no longer with us. He is now an alderman of the Second Ward. So congratulations to Brad. I'm sure he's going to do a wonderful job. I enjoyed working with him while he was here. He's a great guy, and he'll be a fantastic alderman. So
Absolutely.
it's great. So just wanted to mention that before we move into the hearing. We have two public hearings on the agenda this evening. The second item on the preliminary and final plat subdivision, per the note in the agenda, that's going to be deferred to the August 24th meeting. So if anybody's here for that item, we're going to actually just defer it at the end of the meeting, so you don't need to stick around for the hearing because we're not going to have one. But the first item on the agenda is the zoning map amendment. It's a request to rezone property from the B3E Business District to the M3 Medium to High Density Single Family District. The location is 15 Woodlawn Street, and the applicant is John Henry Builder and Developer, Inc. Is there anyone here in the public to speak on this matter? Okay, so I will not go through the whole, we have a whole prelude we have to say before it, but I will swear everybody in. I won't have to do that because we're not going to have any testimony from the public. So if anybody's going to give a presentation or give input to this matter, please stand so I can give you the oath. Are you the applicant? Yes, you need to stand. Okay. Do you swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. Thank you. Okay, David, the record, please.
Contents of this file include an application for a zoning map amendment filed by John Henry Builder Developer, Inc., a plat of survey for the subject property, a staff report from the Community Development Department to the Planning and Zoning Commission dated September 10th, 2020, a certificate of publication from the Daily Herald for the legal notice that was published on August 17th for tonight's public hearing, and a copy of the notice that was mailed to all property owners within 500 feet for tonight's public hearing.
Okay, very good. So we'll hear from the applicant.
Under a mask. Good evening, Chairman.
Just your name, your address, please.
I am John Sabrinsky, and John Henry Builder Developer is a company that we've been in the area some time. We moved over to Woodlawn on 2015, and it's a very simple application. We're requesting that the property be taken back from, I guess you would call it commercial to single family. It's generally speaking, it's surrounded by single family homes, and I don't have that much more to say about it. I personally believe I'll be trying to retire, and we've had a good time there. We've done a lot of work in the town, building under different companies, and I think the city would do no offense to anybody by changing the zoning in that area. That's all I really have to say.
Is there a reason why you want to rezone it?
Pardon me?
Is there a reason why you want to rezone the property? Is there a specific reason for it?
I feel that we feel that the zoning probably would be better single family. We don't know with the COVID where things are going, and we would just like to go that route. It's hard to describe, but we think it's better for it to be single family than to be a building sitting there idle with no one using it. It's, like I had said, it abuts other single-family homes, and I guess that would be my reason.
John?
Couple questions. So is the building being used now?
Yes, on a low-key basis, but yes.
So if the zoning's changed, it would, from that point forward, you wouldn't use it as a commercial use? You would either sell it or rent it as multifamily, or as single family?
Yeah, right, we would not use it as a commercial application.
Okay. I don't have any more questions for the applicant. I have some other comments.
Okay. John, do you have anything? No? Mike?
No.
I don't necessarily have anything either. I mean, obviously, it's within your right to ask for a new change in zoning. It's, you know, I didn't have any specific, I just wanted to have an idea why you felt like you needed to make a change at this time, so you answered that, so that's fine. All right, thank you. John?
Just a couple things I noticed. When I went over and saw the parcel, I noticed that it was the second parcel off of 38, so that puts it in a unique situation. And I was curious, until I saw the application, just how many second parcels off of the main commercial corridor are zone business. There's very few of them on this map. I think there's, which is figure 2, there's one over at Nebraska, which I think might be behind the funeral home. I'm not sure if that's the location that is. And then there's one on Harrison, probably abuts the school, and then there's one way to the right, further downstate. That there's a couple that are the second lots that are all in the commercial district. So this isn't. I was hoping for and to not see, and I didn't see that. You know, the first and second lot off of 38 was always going to be zoned and intended for business. It's not. It's because of what I was concerned about is, are we setting a precedent where someone comes in and wants to, that they have the single family home structure, the second off of 38, that we've got precedent here for taking that back or changing it to residential, which I don't think there's much possibility for that, frankly. I looked across the street from this to the west, and there's a vacant lot, but it looks like from this picture, David, that is incorporated with the financial planner on the side. That's part of the same zoning lot.
Across the street?
Across Woodland, it's a grassy lot that seems to be part, based on this drawing, part of the financial planner lot. So I was concerned that somebody could come in that owns that's supposed to be business use and say, now I want to change my zoning as well because they make this single family. They'd have to actually subdivide that in order to do that, and it might not be a conforming lot to build anything on anyway. So my concern was that this could be a precedent. It could be. I don't think it would fall into spot zoning, but it would be. But this could have had a farther-reaching implication up and along this commercial corridor. But I don't think it is. I think this property is kind of a tweener.
Yeah.
So it's, it makes sense. It doesn't fit either. For someone to come in and do anything with the property, it's not going to conform to either zoning's setbacks or anything else. They'd really have to seek a variance in any event, and that would be a case-by-case basis. So
Yeah, it's a pretty tough commercial lot
Yeah.
to do anything
Yeah.
significant on it that would be worthwhile, so.
that was
I kind
really-
of get it, but obviously
Yeah.
it takes the applicant to
Right,
ask for that.
exactly. So I was initially concerned with some of those things, but looking at the exhibits and the information here, I got comfortable with the request. So. And the fact that it is shown as single-family residential, R3 on the long-term
On the plan,
comprehensive
on the plan,
so.
yeah. Anybody else, any other questions, comments, any for the applicant?
I'll close the public hearing.
I think so.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move to close the public hearing.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Celeste?
Okay. Evans,
Aye.
Mead,
Aye.
Rittenhouse,
Aye.
Slivka,
Aye.
Stocking.
Aye.
Passes.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion for a zoning map amendment to rezone the subject property located at 15 Woodlawn Street from the B3E Business District to the R3 Medium to High Density Single Family Residential District, subject to the findings of fact contained in the staff report.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Celeste?
Evans,
Aye.
Mead,
Aye.
Rittenhouse.
Aye.
Slivka,
Aye.
Stocking.
Aye.
Passes.
All right, very good. David, goes to council when?
That'll go to the city council on October 5th.
October 5th.
Correct.
Thank you. It's hard of hearing, but it's also hard with masks.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Yep, I agree. All right.
I think you're doing the right thing. I appreciate it.
Sure. All right, thank you. Appreciate your time. All right.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Just a point of order question. Do we technically have to open the public hearing?
Yeah.
For this next, and then immediately continue?
Yeah, we have to.
A motion to continue.
So we'll need a motion to open the public hearing and then a motion to continue.
I'd like to make a motion to open the public hearing for item 5B on tonight's agenda.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Celeste?
Evans,
Aye.
Mead,
Aye.
Rittenhouse.
Aye.
Slivka,
Aye.
Stocking.
Aye.
Passes.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to continue the subject public hearing until September 24th, 2020, Planning and Zoning Commission meeting
In City Hall.
at City Hall.
Second.
Moved and seconded?
Okay. Evans,
Aye.
Mead,
Aye.
Rittenhouse.
Aye.
Slivka,
Aye.
Stocking.
Aye.
Passes.
All right. That takes care of our agenda
That's easy.
today. Yeah. David, obviously, we've got 2 open seats for planning commissioners, so the mayor's
Yes,
looking at folks.
I know the mayor is on it. He's assured me he will move quickly to fill these seats. With us being down to 5 members, it doesn't leave us a lot of wiggle room
Yeah.
for absences
Right.
or participating remotely because we need a physical quorum here to hold a meeting. So he's assured me he's on it. Obviously, we covered Commissioner Kazarag. Moving on. I guess in the meantime, while those seats are open, if you could just let me know if you're not going to attend as soon as you know. I'd appreciate that just to make sure we don't schedule meetings we can't hold. The city planner position, we've extended an offer to our preferred candidate, which
very
was
good.
accepted today.
Oh, outstanding. Okay.
So he's got to go through background checks and all that fun stuff. And he's coming from out of state, so we hope to have him on board here in October.
Oh, great.
Yes, I'm very grateful.
I bet you are. I bet you are.
Yeah, so on the 24th, we will have the Traxler subdivision, which was just continued. We will have a variation for a detached garage at 427 Fulton. Beyond that, we have a few other applications on file, the wireless tower on Randall Road, the Emma's Landing subdivision, a new variation request for 502 South Fifth Street.
4th Street.
Yes. And then I guess just as a matter of FYI, the auto sales text amendment that you considered 2 weeks ago was approved by council on Monday night.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Dunkin' Donuts at the old gas station. Any word on if they're going to start back up working?
We had a conference call in early August, and we were assured that work would start again on August 24th, which it did not. So we had another conversation earlier this week, and we're assured that work should be underway, and we told them that it was not. So we've had some back and forth there. You know, the permit is valid as long as they're making progress, but we've let them know that they're in jeopardy of losing that because they're not making progress since at least late June.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody out there at all.
The reason they were delaying this was, my understanding was they had 3 locations. They were going to focus on finishing 2 of them and then come back and finish this one.
I mean, in our conversations with them, there was a number of factors playing into the delays. The franchisee holds other locations in Chicago, and during protests and riots and stuff, just put all his energy in focusing on that. after wrapping up other projects, and then ran into delays with materials due to the pandemic.
Right,
But has assured us that they have everything they need now and should be moving forward. Their goal is to open in the fourth quarter, so that's in the next few months here. We should hopefully see that
Right.
moving along.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything else?
Move
Tim, you can do it. You're remote, but you can do it.
Okay, move to adjourn.
Thank you.